one boy and one girl sitting in there, and it's just
Yeah.
so people don't say nothing. So never mind.
He went in there.
Yeah, he went in there and sat.
Okay, I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Either
Either of them are welcome in here.
Okay, I just didn't want him in there. I didn't want anybody to be like, oh, Sheila. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. I saw the news last night with that little kid being left in Caddo Parish.
And you never know, abstain from all appearances.
Yeah.
That's my mindset. So, okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. All right, y'all, anyway, what we were saying, your quiz is tomorrow. For those of you who are missing due to a reasonable, good excuse, instead of just skipping school, some of y'all are going to take it today, some of y'all are taking it after break. So I'm making the video. This is a great review, not only for the quiz, but everything we've done so far in this chapter. So if you are completely clueless in this chapter and you want to understand, watch it over break. Okay, yeah, I know that doesn't sound like fun. But, like, if you want to understand the chapter, this would be everything that you needed to know when you come back. All right? So, and everything you need to know for the quiz tomorrow. I also told you, I'm going over all of them. It's 30-something problems. Some will take us no time at all. Okay? But I will tell you which ones to expect on the quiz as well. All right? Not until after I go over the problem. So, like, I'll go through number 1, and then I'll say, oh, yeah, this one's on there, or no, it's not. All right, number 1, you can type it in your calculator. If they put it in parentheses, what do? You put it in parentheses, okay, on your calculator. However, anything to the 0 power is 1. So, your answer on this one is 1. If you put that without parentheses, it's going to give you a -1. If it looked like this, oops, that's a say 8.4, that answer would be -1. But does it say that? No, it doesn't. Okay? Anything to the 0 power is 1. That's your answer, and there is one like that on there. Okay? What did I tell you? There's 16 problems. I'm only counting 15, so you have a freebie. It does not mean you have a bonus. It means if you get one wrong, it won't count against you.
But if you get them all right,
if you get them all right, you get them all right. But if you get one wrong,
so if you get them all right,
you still just get a 100.
It counts as a bonus.
Yeah, I'm not doing a bonus. It's just a freebie because hey, if there's one you just don't even want to do, you don't have to do it.
So if you miss like one, it's still 100.
It's still 100. Yep. Okay. This one, what do you do with a negative exponent? And one thing you can do is just type that in your calculator, just like it has in the parentheses. Okay, but what you're supposed to do is put 1 over 2 to the 4th. Does everybody understand that? I move my negative exponent to the bottom. It becomes positive. 2 to the 4th power, I would type that in my calculator, and it would give me 16. Okay? So
that'd be A.
So it is, no, it is 1 over 16. That is D. Okay? If you type that in your calculator, and press, did y'all get that? Yeah, and press math enter, it would have also given you D. This one was not on there. Okay?
That one's not?
That one's not on
That's
there.
an easy one.
I thought number 1 was easy.
No, what is it?
Yeah. Alright. Then number 3, y'all, if I go too fast, just say, can you wait a second? It won't hurt my feelings, okay? Now, number 3, all you're doing is moving what needs to be moved. Leave what needs to stay. 4 looks great. P to the 4 looks great. H to the -6 moves.
Goes below.
That goes down there. Okay.
That's D.
That one is D. Yes. Just look through them carefully because I was about to say B and then I was like, nope, not B. That one's not on there. Another easy one. Number 4.
That one's on the quiz, you said?
Number 3 is not, but number 4 is, and 5 is. Okay, yeah. Because some of them are just like, they're repeats of each other. Number 4 is on there. So what happens with a negative exponent?
Move it.
You move it. Since it's in the bottom, you move it to the top. Okay? If you put 1a to the 6, that's the same thing. I don't write that. If you put a to the 6 over 1, that's the same thing, but I don't like that. But this is your answer. A to the 6. It just moves
Could I
to the
put
top.
1A to the 6?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the same thing.
So it'd be 1A to the 6.
1a to the 6. Are we ready for number 5?
Good time.
Okay. Flying through these. Okay, and I told you 4 was on there, and it looks like 5 is on there. So number 5, it's kind of like number 3 that we did. Move what needs to be moved, leave what needs to stay.
So it's
4 stays. Yes, X to the 7th moves up here. Y to the
C.
9th stays down there.
C.
So it is C.
What
That
about
one.
the -7 went down?
No, the -7 was down.
Oh, so
So you have to move it to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good with that.
So which one is that?
That one is
C.
C. Yeah, you just want to look go through each of them. Don't rush through it because some of them will look the same.
This one.
Okay, now let's see what's next. I have one like number
Time to go to sleep.
6. I do have one like number 6 on there. Okay.
Enjoy it.
Number 6, it says, all right, you have, first thing you're going to do is move what needs to be moved. 5 is good. X to the 1, I'm going to move down there. Is everybody good with that? And Y squared is good. Now, notice that's not my answer because what do they want me to do? They give me numbers for X and Y, so they want me to plug them in. You can do this on the calculator as well, like if you do it carefully. So instead of Y, what am I going to write?
3.
-3. So I'm going to put up here 5 times -3 squared. Be careful with that, okay? And then what goes with my X? It is 2 to the 1. So up here I get 5 times 9 over 2. And if I type that in my calculator, 5 times 9 divided by 2, does it give you, what does it give you?
Divided by 2, it's 22.5.
Which one of those looks like 22.5?
B.
B. B is 22.5, 22 and a half. Okay? Are we okay with that one? That one was a little bit more difficult.
Can you give that for a second?
I can.
I actually already know my spot.
So
That one, number 6, that one is going to be on there.
Almost done.
it's 5.9 over 2.
It's 5 times 9. Sorry, I'll finish it. 5 times
So it's
9
eight.
over 2, that's 45 divided by 2, which is, if you put it in your calculator, it's going to give you 22.5,
Which is 22.
which is 22 and a half.
I read it was done.
Okay, everybody's good with that one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Moving to number 7.
You're recording, you said?
I am recording, yes. Number 7, they both have a negative exponent, so I'm going to
Switch them both.
switch them around.
So
I'm
it's
going to
3 on
put,
top, 5 on the bottom.
yep, X up here and the Y down here. Now I plug in my numbers. So I'm going to plug in, I'm going to write it right here, 2 to the 3rd up here, -4 to the 5th down there. And I would just type them separate in my calculator, like 2 to the 3rd, and it's going to give me 8. And then I would type in -4 to the 5th, and it's going to give me, I have no idea. What is negative?
-4 to the 5th?
Yeah.
Hold on. -4 to the 5th. -1. Wait.
1,000,
1,024.
Okay, and notice that's not an answer. So I'm going to type them in my calculator, and it gives me a
How do you get
decimal.
negative? Oh, you did -4 and 5. So.
Yeah, and then I'm going to press math enter, and it tells me -1 over 128. So it's this one. This one is not on there.
How many of these we going through today?
We're going to go through all of them. So y'all have the review over break. Tomorrow is just your quiz. And if I need to answer a few before the quiz tomorrow, I can. Okay, this 7 is not on there. Oh, can I erase it yet? Everybody's good? Okay. All right, number 8, there's one like this on there. Okay, this one, it doesn't want an answer. It just wants you to write it with the base once. Does anybody know what the base is? What's the base number? 11. It just wants you to write 11 to what power? Well, what is 6 plus 4? 10. That's all it wants. If you put the answer, it's going to be a really long answer. It doesn't say what's the
So
answer.
that would be right.
It just says use the base once. Like write it with the base.
That's all it wants to do.
That's all it wants. 11 to the 6. There is one like that on there, okay?
That's pretty easy one.
It's the easiest one. I don't know.
Then we've got,
It's just one.
we do have one like number 9.
Okay, I believe so, yeah. They don't have another number. Actually, I think it's gonna be like number 10 more, but I'm gonna do both of them. I think it's gonna be more like number 10. I'll look in a second. I'm gonna do both. Okay, this one, we have 3 times 5, which is what? 15. And then K, what is 10 plus negative 2? We add those. 8. And I don't need to do anything else, right?
C.
There's no negative exponents,
C,
so
right?
it's just C. Yeah. Let me see if it looks more like this one or number 10. I didn't put both of them on there. What is number? I think it's you could say 9 or 10. Do I need to go back over that one?
I had to jump and pull it out, be like,
It's like either one of these, so I'm just going to do both of them because they're kind of the same thing. What is this one? What is 7 times 6?
42.
42. I think it's more like the other one. It's more like number 9. Okay, now on these, let's combine our x's. What's negative 8 plus 3? Negative 5.
It's A, right?
So, yes, notice that's not an answer because there's a negative exponent. So, you got to just only move the thing with the negative exponent.
It will be A.
So 42 stays, you're right, x to the 5th moves. It's actually more like number 9 though, the one on the quiz. All right, we've gone through 6 of the 16 so far on the quiz. We doing good?
Which one?
Feeling good about it. All right, let's see. Do I have some?
Did you finish that English bracket, Kelly?
The next one's more like number 12, but just for review purposes, I'll do number 11. Number 11's not on there. I'll just multiply all 3 of these numbers out front. We call them coefficients. Negative 9 times 4 times 2 is negative 72. Is everybody okay with that? I multiplied all 3 numbers out front. I can tell it's negative 72 because of all my answer choices. Okay. Then, let's look at our G's. I've got G to the 9th and another G. So how many am I going to write?
3.
G to the,
Oh, 2 G, sorry.
well, 9 and then one more. So G to the 10th. Remember, you add your exponents. That's an understood one. And then H to the 9th. There we go. That's it. That one's not on there,
It's D.
but it's D. Everybody good with that?
Which one?
Okay. It's more like number 12 or 13.
That one on there?
No, number 11 is not, but 12 or 13, like one of these is on there. I think it's more like number 12. I'll do both, but it's more like 12. All right, what is 6 times 3?
18.
18 times 10 to the, how many? We got 1 plus 3.
It's a 4th.
4th, and that is not an answer, right? However,
Yeah,
it
maybe
does
that's-
help us know it's not those, okay?
Aren't you?
You have to move the decimal, it's right here at the end.
So move over.
So you have to move it right here, so it's 1.8 times 10, and that's not your answer, you have to add 1, which is 5. If you move the decimal over a tens place, you're adding a
You're
10.
adding 1.
Yeah, so instead of having 4, you have 5.
so it's A.
So it's A. It's going to be like that one, not the negative exponents. But I'm going to go ahead and review number 13. Okay, number 13, what's 2 times 10? 2 times 10 is 20. And then times 10 to, because it's a scientific notation, what's negative 6 plus negative 10?
Negative 16.
Okay, and that's not an answer because we don't have just one number in the decimal. So it's right here, so we have to move it. So it's 2.0 times 10. Now,
Sorry.
oh, it's what?
No, it's D, right?
Yeah, no, it's not D.
You don't subtract
You
one?
have to add 1. Again, when you move it to the left, you add 1. What is negative 16
Oh, it's negative 15.
plus 1, and it's negative 15. But I didn't put the negative ones on there. Okay, it's like number 12.
I was doing it.
Positives.
Alright, that'll fit.
Yes, you can write that.
put the positive ones on there. The next one is like number 14 we can do in our calculator. Are y'all cold?
It feels good.
Not really, it feels good.
Okay.
Maybe you do know 14.
Type in your calculator.
It's 8.
Now, I'm gonna, when you get to Algebra 2, I'll show you a lot of ways to do that one. But that one, it's the cube root of 8 to the
It's
4th.
divided by.
We'll just type it in our calculator.
Or
Yeah,
It's
you
8 to the 4/3. Can I erase some of that, y'all? I'm gonna move this up. I think I can erase some.
I'm gonna say. I have no idea.
Okay, watch. I don't know either. I'm gonna just put it right here. I'm gonna type in 8 to the 4/3. And what is it?
16.
There we go.
How did?
Try it on your calculator. Make sure you can do it.
I know it is. I'm just trying to figure out how I got 16.
You gotta go.
Because what you'll learn in Algebra 2, that's the root. You're doing the cube root of 8 to the 4th. That's what that means. You'll learn all that later. But the cube root, y'all haven't done cube roots. See, they've been working on them. But I'd have to find out what is 8 to the 4th. I could also type that in my calculator. But that's what it means to have a fraction up there. Now, we'll do something different down here with fractions. We'll go over it in a minute. But that's how that happens. That's how it gets that. Okay, now, so we're switching gears. We have 0 power is 1. We've moved our negative exponents, and we've added what we're multiplying. Now a change of pace. This is a power to a power, right?
This is easy.
What do you do?
Add that. Multiply.
Add 'em, right?
Multiply. No, we did add. When you're multiplying, you add. So confusing, I know. A
16.
power to a power,
16.
we're going to multiply.
I'm 16.
And there is one like this on there. This answer, you have a question?
Is 14 on the test?
Yes, 14's on the test. Do y'all need me to show you how? Okay. M to the 8 times 2 is 16. Y'all, this is when you would add them. Can y'all tell the difference?
Mhm.
This is M to the 10th.
So when you're multiplying, you're adding.
When you're multiplying, yes. And when you have a power to a power, you multiply.
Okay.
I know,
Oh,
it's
yeah, I remember
confusing, but it's a rule.
I'll just watch the video.
Okay. Everybody's good. Number 15. There is one like 15 on there as well. So we said 14 and 15. Okay, now we're on the second page. There's only 2 pages on the quiz, and we're already on the second. No, this is the quiz review.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I thought it was a test.
Okay, no, it's just a quiz. But it is a longer quiz. We're just making sure we have practiced all these rules. Okay, 16 is the exact same thing as 15, and there's one like this on there. What do? It's a power to a power. What do?
Flip it.
No, you multiply.
Oh,
There's no
flip it.
negative exponent, so it's
I didn't mean to
n.
say that. I was thinking of
No,
that.
and I'm
Yeah,
just
straight.
multiplying. Type in your calculator if you need to. I
Five.
get 5 over 15. That's what I get, which is obviously
Oh,
not
I
an
didn't think you
answer
were straight.
because I can reduce.
Which one?
One.
On 3.
1 over 3. 1 over 3.
So
Your calculator, if you just do 5/3 times 1/5,
So it's D.
it should give you 1/3 if you press math enter.
3.
No, it's not
8.
D.
It's 8.
Yes, it is
So
A.
what up on my calculator?
5/3
Times.
times 1/5, math enter. What did it give you?
1/3.
There you go. Okay? Just multiply. You know, same thing as multiplying 8 times 2. These just look ugly.
It'd be A.
It'd be A, yes. All right, now, I don't think this one's on there. I'll look in a second and see. Okay, before I start adding stuff, what is anything to the 0 power? All that turns to, what is p to the 7th times 1? What's p to the 7th times 1? It's just p to the 7th. That's your answer. Okay, is that one on there? No, that one is not on there. Okay, how do we feel about that one though? We're good? Okay. Let's see. Let's keep moving. Okay, there's not one like this on there, but I'm still, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through them all. Yeah, because we have time. This is all we're doing today. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is, what do we do with a power to a power? Multiply. Multiply. So I'm gonna bring down my x to the third, and if I multiply both of those numbers, use your calculator if you need to, I get -5. Try it and see. You're right, it's 5/3 times -3. Make sure it should give you -5. You got -5. Now, I wrote both of them down. What do I do when I'm multiplying? You add. So we get -2. Now, what's wrong with that answer? It has the negative exponent. So I gotta put it in the bottom. Well, what would go on top? Yeah. So what's your answer? It's D. Okay.
I got it.
Is that one on there, quiz? No, that one's not on there. No, I didn't put that one, and I didn't put 19, but you know, I'm still about to go over it.
We have like 30 minutes.
I know, we've got plenty of time, but anybody that wants to, that knows they're not here tomorrow for good reasons, they can take their quiz today. Or wait, I'm good either way. If it were me, I would take it. But y'all might not be like me, and that's fine. Like, that's just my personality. Okay, y'all can most certainly wait. There we go. Everybody ready for number 19? 19 is also not on there. I think I said that already. What is 2 times 4? 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. Oh, that's great. We've already eliminated 2 answers. And then what do you do with these exponents? We're multiplying, so we add them. Now that's weird. It's 4 plus 1/7. If you don't know how to do that, use your calculator. Do not get this whole problem wrong because you can't add a fraction. Okay? I'm not testing you on adding fractions. I'm testing you on adding exponents. All right? Do you know
A.
It's A, yes, 29/7. Your calculator would give that to you. Okay? Now, if you were in 7th grade, 6th grade, I don't know, whenever you add fractions, then that's when you're tested on adding fractions, not here.
Why would we use a calculator?
Because you need to know how to add fractions. If you could use a calculator in 6th
We bought
and
one
7th.
last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to buy one last
Well, we
year.
never
We didn't
used it.
use it till standardized testing.
Okay, can I erase this, y'all? Everybody's good. Okay. Then we have these. These are on there. Let's see. It looks like it's more like number 20. Okay. And it's short answer. This one is not multiple choice. Okay. Is this our first one that's not multiple choice?
No, we had a few other ones.
Oh yeah, there are. It is a few. Okay. So this one, be careful here. This is what we learned yesterday. Okay? Both of those things, and this is where people usually miss the problem. Both of those things, since they're both in parentheses, are raised to the 4th power. I will just rewrite them. I'm going to write it as 4 to the 4th power and h to the what? What is, well, it's a power to a power.
So 20 multiplied.
It's 20 if you multiply. And now I can find my final answer, okay? But does everybody see when I raise both of them to the 4th power? Okay, so what is 4 to the 4th power?
256.
256, thank you. So 256 h to the 20th. There's one like that on there, okay?
That
And
the
it
answer?
kind of goes in the same order. Yes, that's your answer.
256.
256.
H 20.
Yep, h to the 20th. Because you multiply a power to a power. Okay. Now I'm going to erase that one. This one, I don't remember if I did one. I think I've done one like this, maybe. I hope so. This one, it's very similar, but I'm raising them to the -4. That's fine. Let me just write it all out. I'm raising 4 to the -4, and then that's k to the what? -36. Now, here's the problem. Can I have negative exponents? No, and they're both negative. It's because they were both raised to the negative power. So I have to put them both in the bottom. Why do I not see? I think it's going to be
It's A.
A. What, I don't know why they did that, but this one's not on there. it should not be A. I'm going to do it right though. So I would put 1 over 4 to the 4th, k to the 36. So it should be 1 over 256, k to the 36. You're right. Out of all these choices, it has to be A, but they shouldn't have done that. That one is not on there though. Not on there. Probably because it's done wrong.
Should be a positive.
It should be just both in the denominator. Oh yeah, the 36 should be a positive. Like it should be in the denominator. Okay, I'm gonna do 22, but it's not on there. 23 is the next one that's on there. But let me do 22. Anybody still writing the other one? Yeah, I'll give you a second. Okay. 22. Again, this one's the one that's going to be on there.
22?
No, 23, but I'm going to do 22. So everything right here is raised to the 6th power. This is raised to the 3rd power. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to write 2 to the 6th power. And what do I do with that fraction? Multiply that times 6. So I get x to the, is that 21? I think it's 21. Yeah. And then, all right, I took care of that one. Now let's move over here. What do I do with a power to a power? X to the 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, now I'm almost done. What is 2 to the 6th power? I don't know, but looking at my answer choices, it's 64. All right, so 64, and then x to the, what do I do with those exponents? Add x to the 30th. 64, x to the 30th. There's your answer. Okay, but that one's not on there. Now we'll do.
Which one could you add?
I added the 21 and the 9. I got those because I multiplied them right here. 7 halves times 6
Oh, then you use the
was
2 and
21.
6.
3 times 3 was 9. Okay? Yeah, 2 to the 6th also came from right
I think
here.
it's 64.
And that's 64. Alright, we ready for this one? This one's going to be on there. So I'm going to start with this parentheses. It's -2 squared. Okay? And then what do I do with my k to the 3rd? What do you do with the 3 and the 2? Multiply them and you get 6. J to the multiply them and you get what? What's 4 times 2? 8. Okay, done with that one. Is everybody good with that? I'll figure out -2 squared in just a second. Now, let's move to the next one. K to the 6 times 4 is 24. And then 5 times 6 is 30. Just multiplying the powers there. Are we good with it so far? Now, just be careful here because you are squaring the -2. Type it in your calculator in parentheses. -2 squared is 4. It's a positive 4.
Wait, -2 squared?
Yep, it's a positive 4.
My calculator says -4.
Did you type it in parentheses? That's why. Anytime you square something, it has to be positive. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. So, -2 squared is 4. Now how many k's do I write? I've got 6 and 24, which is 30. And now j's. Huh? Yeah, you add these exponents. Now for our j's, I've got 8 and 30, so that's 38. And there's one like that one. Okay, now we have one like 24. Do y'all need a second? No, we're good? Okay. There's one like 24. I'll do both of these though. Yeah, you subtract. Now we move to the last thing we learned. Isn't this great how it's just all in order? So what is 11 minus 9?
It's right there.
It's right there. 2. M squared. Okay, this one let's do, what is negative 10 minus 6? Negative 16, and I don't see that answer because, yeah, so you have to move it, and so it's C. But that one's not on there. Okay, we go to that one. Yes. Alright. Almost done. We're getting there. I've only got 3 left that are on the quiz. This one's not on there. I try to not put fractions, but 27? Yeah, it's like 27. Let me go ahead and do 26. Y'all, 26, just do it in your calculator. I have no idea what 25 thirds minus 8 is, but I'm thinking it's 1/3? Okay, what I would do is just, look, I'll just type it in my calculator, although y'all should know how to do this part, but I would just do 25 thirds. I know y'all don't put parentheses, but I do. Minus 8. I don't need a decimal, so I press math, enter. It's D to the 1/3. That's A. Is everybody good with that one? It is not on the quiz, though. Number 27 is on the quiz. Well, one like it. So, these you subtract, all right? We just, instead of subtracting one thing, I just subtract my M's and my N's. So, what is 12 minus 30? That is 9. Be very, very careful on this part. Please use your calculator to check yourself, okay? What is negative 10 minus, what is that number? Negative 4. You are typing that in. Negative 10 minus negative 4, and what is it? It's negative 6. That's why you're typing it in your calculator. Negative 10 minus negative 4. It ends up being plus 4. That's why it's negative 6. Did y'all not get that? Yes, some of us did. Okay, then what do? You move the negative 6 to the denominator. One more little step. Your M to the 9th stays, N to the 6th goes to the bottom.
I always thinking you had to move it.
Yeah. So just check your negative exponents. And use your calculator to check yourself, y'all. 12 minus 3, 9. Negative 10 minus negative 4 is negative 6. Yeah. That confuses people a lot of times. So that's normal to be confused on those. Okay, the next one, there is one like number 29 and 30. Actually, it's like 29 and, it's like, I guess both of 30 and 31 are kind of the same thing. It's like 29 and 30. That's what we're going to say. This one, I'm going to do 28. I skipped 28, though. These, I think I went over one like, did I do one like these yesterday? Both of them? Maybe, we'll see. I thought there was one that I didn't do. Maybe it was the negative exponent that's down here that I didn't do. Okay, anyway, since all of that's in parentheses, all of that goes to the third power. So T goes to the third power. 2 goes to the third power. I think we had this exact same problem yesterday. Or did I do it off this worksheet? I don't know. So T to the third, and then what is 2 to the third? 2 times 2 times 2. 8. So your answer is 8. So there's not one, did I say there's one like that? There is not one like that, I guess. I don't know, kinda. They're all similar. Okay, so let's do number 29. I'll say it's more like 29. Okay, 29. Can I erase that one? Yeah. All of that is raised to the 5th power. So I'm going to write that out. I'm going to say, okay, 4 to the 5th power. What do I write above my B? It changes. What do I write above the B? The 15th power. That's right. Do y'all know why? A power to a power is you multiply. Okay, then 9 has to be raised to the 5th power, and P has to be raised to the what? It changes as well. What's 5 times 5? 25. Make sure really quick before I figure out these numbers that y'all understand. Do y'all understand where those numbers came from? Okay. The only thing, B and P, they're not similar, so I'm going to leave them alone. The only thing I need to change is 4 to the 5th and 9 to the 5th. Those are going to be really big numbers.
64.5.
Okay. What in the world is... Oh, these are multiple choice though. I guess it is more like 28. At least this one's multiple choice on your quiz. Okay. What in the world is 4 to the 5th? It is 1024. We've done that already today. And what is 9 to the 5th power? Do you know what I would do before I leave that as my answer? What would you do? Would you see if you could reduce it? That's what I would do. Do y'all know how to do that? Surely. Just type in your calculator and press math in or enter and see if it reduces. Like 1024 divided by 59,049. Mine does not reduce. Does y'all reduce?
It's like a big decimal.
Yeah, so I'm just leaving it alone.
It's like 0.017.
Yeah, so it didn't reduce, so we leave it there. That's kind of yuck. That one is not on there. These last two on your quiz are multiple choice. I think it's really more like 28. It's a little bit easier. Okay, ready for number 30. I feel like I have not done one like number 30, and that's what's on the quiz. Is one like number 30. All right. The only reason I think I haven't done it is because all these things are raised to a negative exponent. So there's lots of flipping that's about to happen because of a negative exponent. But y'all already know that rule, so I think you'll be fine. So this is b to the what goes up top. What's my exponent? Negative 20, because you multiply those. Everybody okay so far? Then 8 is raised to the negative 4. Can't forget that. And what else? J to the 4th. So what's 4 times negative 4? Okay, so look at that real quick and make sure you understand where all that came
It
from.
would be, right?
Huh?
It'd be.
It's looking like it's probably going to be B. I haven't done the numbers yet though, so I'll figure that out in a second. Does everybody see where those numbers came from? Then they're all negative exponents. So what do I have to do with all of them? Flip them. I'm just switching all of them. So I get A to the 4th, J to the 16th, B to the 20th. And it does look like it's going to have to be B. But in my calculator, I would just type in A to the 4th to make sure. So I'll do that. I think I said A to the 4th. 8 to the 4th. And it is. It's 4,096. So our answer is B. Is everybody good with that? It wasn't too bad? Look at y'all go. Okay. Last one is number 31. Look, we're going to have, what time do we, somebody switched up all my stuff. We got at 8:47. Okay. So y'all are going to have like 15 minutes extra. Okay, 31. I'm going to do everything to the negative 3rd power. So that's 5 to the negative 3rd. B to the what? Well, I have, what is it going to be? Negative 9. Okay. 6 to the negative 3. And P to the what? Negative 6. And then everything has a negative exponent, so everything switches. So I'll do 6 to the 3rd, P to the 6th, 5 to the 3rd, B to the 9th. Are we good with that? And then I'm just going to see what which you can probably already tell. It looks like it's B, but let's just check our numbers. What is 6 to the 3rd? 216. And then what is 5 to the 3rd? Was that 125? Yeah, 125. Messy writing, sorry. Okay, we're done. How was that?
Not bad.
Not bad, good. Okay, whoever, I think I've got these quizzes printed. Let's see. I do. I have some quizzes. Printed. So if there's anybody that wants to, let me pause this or stop this.